Thank God for the team for waking me up, or I would have truly missed it today. We're gonna try to get this done, and we're gonna ask our guest very humbly if she would come back once again. I had literally just laid down at 10:15 this morning. Actually, I think I said 7, but it's actually 10:15 is what my clock said. And so, wow. But anyway, enough of that. Enough apologies. If y'all are still out there with the Sugar Man, I appreciate you. If you're not, y'all know. I don't even know what to say on it. But we will get it going. Let's do this, baby. Back, I don't know what's coming from. No, I ain't your preacher. 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 Hey everybody, this is the Sugar Man, late as all get out, but I'm here. Vanessa, I am so sorry. Eric, I am so sorry to all you folks that have been with me for over 15 months. I am so sorry, y'all. That that's that. Here endeth the apologies. I'm here. I'm gonna make it do what it do. We have the great Miss Vanessa Collier today. I want to tell her thank you for taking time. And man, if I'm fumbling, it's literally because I literally just woke up, jumped out the bed, and ran out here. Alexa, what is the temperature?
Right now, it's 101.
Well, it's only 101, so we're going to make this thing work as long as we can and make it do what it do. Right on. What up going on, Barbara Ryan? We out there in Cape Cod, Deb Wozencraft over in Wales. Gil Anthony, Mr. Anthony, how you doing, brother? You know I'm the number love for you. Kerry Morrison, Thank you for Eric Sessman for being here. Big shout out to Stephanie Gonzalez, my management company out of Apropos Management, Jesse Rosoff and Scully. Jesse Rosoff on the Mint, Scully from UTA, my booking agency. Big shout out to the Wizard of Oz, Mr. Eric Sessman, the man behind the screen. Pay no attention to the man behind the screen, Eric Sessman. Also want to say thank you to Magicians Media, to Bunny Burkett and Mr. DeVito. They've always been really good to me and with me and working things out. And big shout out to my record company, 40 Below Records, my producer Eric Core, the new album. We keep changing the name right now. It's called In Too Deep. We were thinking about calling it Misinformation, but we're gonna be releasing that January, February. Y'all check that out. It is the bomb. It's that I'm old school, so I can get away with saying the bomb. It's gonna be all that, y'all. All that in a bag of chips. Right now, I want to play one by Miss Collier, and then we're gonna bring her right on screen because Sugar is late. It's like slow sugar, slow sugar, slow sugar. Check this out, y'all.
Hey, it's the Live Music Showcase, and today's show is going to be a boogie woogie show today. We're going to get down today with Vanessa Collier. She's going to be in our big show at Skipper's tonight, our big WMNF benefit. So we'll be talking about that. You can still get tickets, and it's going to be a great show. Vanessa Collier tonight. Here she is. She's here live in the studio. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome back. They've been
Thank
here
you for
before.
having us.
And why don't you start us off with a song?
Sure. We're going to play one off my latest record, and it's called Sweating Like a Pig, Singing Like an Angel. And you have to come tonight to hear the story behind that one.
You too can sweat like a pig at Skipper's.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, I think we're ready. Let's do it. When you're down in the Southland and kneeling in the church pew, you got your fan in your hand, perspiring, and you don't know what to do. Well, cry out, Lord have mercy, and join in with the choir. The devil won't be happy that you stoked his fire. Oh, sweating like a pig and singing like an angel. Oh yes, you're sweating like a pig, woo yeah, and singing like an angel. But if the funk is smelling funky, you can be sure it'll sound real sweet, child. And if the stank get too stinky for you, and you're dripping sweat out your drawers, well, go ahead and do your dance till the sun sets. You'll light up like a lightning bug in a mason jar. When that breeze kicks up, praise hallelujah, yes. I want to hear you all the way to Chattanooga. I'm sweating like a pig, oh yes, and singing like an angel. Oh yes, you're sweating now. Take me home.
What a great tune to start things off.
Vanessa Collier. Wow, I like that. I like that. Hopefully, hope you guys will see what I'm saying because my computer's freaking out with the heat. So she didn't get to cool down like I know they haven't already cooled down there. Right on. You know what? Without further ado, no sense in holding off anymore. Eric, that is sitting there to Eric. Let me send that now. What just happened? Right on. Without further ado, if I can close that out. Okay, that port is working. Let's just see what happens there. You know, because my screen is totally what do you call it? Defabricated. Like we used to. Eric, what was it called when we used to have our computers back in the day? You had to defrag them. And my computer, the screen like is defragging right now. So let's just. Vanessa, first of all, let me apologize. I am usually a very professional gentleman and on time. I do not keep a young lady waiting or anybody waiting. So on my knees, I say from the bottom of my heart, I am very, very sorry. If you will, you allow me to come back on and have a do-over so we can get this done up the right way. And you got plenty of videos and we got plenty of stuff to talk about. So can you hear me fine? Okay, but we can't hear you. Oh, I know why we can't hear you. I'm gonna fix that right now. That's why we can't hear you. It'd be great if Suga unmute you, then we could hear you.
It's all
right
good.
on.
It's all good.
Right on. The question of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the question of the day is going to be very obvious. Has your eternal clock gone back to regular time, or is it like mine just still all over the place? I mean, mine was all over the place because even when COVID hit, I had just come off a world tour and was literally burnt out. Was just getting ready to start taking some time off, and then of course, my wife wound up having the cancer, and then the COVID hit at the same time, and so basically, I just still been on. I mean, I've been on world tour time. So, how about you? How long does it take for you to come back and go back to regular time?
Man, I feel like I'm just now kind of getting back to normal. It took a while, for sure. I was, different stuff with dogs and family and, just kind of like, oh, what am I going to do with my time for a while, Yeah.
So,
just getting back on it, I think.
that was one of the reasons another reason that I did the Suga Shack was to try to help me get myself. I mean, because for so long, I just even before, like I said, before COVID, I was never on regular time. My tour schedule was just kind of insane. So I didn't even think about time. I used to be like, well, I go to sleep when I go to sleep, and I wake up when I gotta wake up. And So again, apologies.
Oh,
right,
no worries.
What part of the country are you in?
I am just west of Philadelphia, so northeast.
My ex is from Philly. I get a little afraid. She's from West Philly.
Uh-oh.
She went to Overbrook.
Well, I'm not from here, so I can't claim
Oh,
that I'll be the same. But yeah, you know.
where are you from? Speak on it.
I am originally from the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area.
Get out of here.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was
You
born.
know, I grew up in Oak Cliff, right?
Did you really?
Yeah, I grew up in Tyler and Dallas, but
Okay.
we moved to Tyler once my mother passed. But for the majority of my life, Oak Cliff. Yeah.
All right.
Went
All
to
right.
I went to Oliver Wendell Home Middle School Academy and was
Okay.
scheduled to go to Roosevelt. And my mom
Mhm.
passed that summer, and we went back, and I wound up graduating from John Tyler. But I've lived all over Oak Cliff and some
Oh
parts of West
man.
Dallas. You know, yeah. But different from when you grew up. You know, when I
Yeah.
grew up in Oak Cliff, we would say the only way to tell the raft is from the rift is in Oak Cliff. And you know, it was funny because I went home. Both one of my brothers in law enforcement. He's a sheriff out in Mansfield, which is a suburb of Arlington, which I still have a hard time saying because when I was a kid, Arlington was a suburb, wasn't even a proper city. Now it
Yeah.
has suburbs, which is just
Yeah.
crazy.
That
But
is
yeah,
crazy.
you know, when I went home, one of the first times I went back it had been a while, and went to go visit my brother, and we went over to our the last place we lived in Oak Cliff, and I was shocked how Oak Cliff changed. But what really shocked me was Deep Ellum, and people were like, "Man, Deep Ellum has turned into like Starbucks and Krispy Kremes and Cold
Mhm.
Stone." And I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
when I grew up here, the police didn't even come in here until like when the sun was up. No, seriously, this is a serious thing.
Yeah.
The police would not come to Deep Ellum. Like if you was Deep Ellum, Oak Cliff, if you was down to West Dallas or AKA the bottom, the police wouldn't even come in until the sun came up. So like if something happened to you, they wouldn't come in until the sun came up. So if it was at nighttime,
Wow.
you just had to fend for yourself
Wow.
until it has really changed for the better.
Yeah, sounds like it.
For the
That's a
better.
good thing.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
good
So
thing.
when did you leave Dallas?
I mean, it was like 7. I was like 7 or 8, so I was pretty young.
Yeah, you're a Texas girl though. I
Yeah.
should have
Yeah,
known
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, my
Man.
grandmother's still there. My grandmother and my great grandmother are still there. So
In Texas, where about?
in Texas, around Grapevine.
Okay, Grapevine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
My aunt used to be this district attorney for a long time over in Garland and Rowlett area for many
Okay.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My aunt and
Yeah.
uncle. Yeah. Of all things.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
didn't
dig
know
it. I
that.
didn't know we had the Texas. Yeah, I didn't know we had the Texas connection.
I didn't either. Right on. That's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
so did y'all move directly? Did you move directly to the Philly area? Did y'all stop somewhere else, or have y'all been in the Philly area there for a while?
Yeah, we stopped a couple places. So after that, we lived in Hershey, Pennsylvania for a year, right where they make the chocolate when they were still making the chocolate. So it was like really cool. On my way to
Wait a
school, you'd
minute.
smell
They
you'd
don't
smell
make
the
the chocolate.
chocolate.
They don't make the chocolate in Hershey
They
anymore.
they don't use at least last time I was there, it doesn't smell like chocolate anymore because they don't use that factory. They don't actually make chocolate right there. There might be another place, or it might be completely somewhere else. So, but yeah, that was a treat going to second grade and like smells like cocoa. Smells like cocoa.
That got probably made it a little hard to concentrate. I mean,
Yeah.
I know what happened for me. Yeah,
It was
I mean, because I love my chocolate, and I am
Oh yeah.
a chocolate enthusiast, and I tell people all the time, I get upset when I see chocolate sprinkled with like what they call that? They do it with mint and cherry and all this, and I'm like, listen, chocolate does not need help. I want my chocolate with chocolate. Yes,
Uh-huh.
I like I don't
I
need
hear
all
you.
this extra stuff on my chocolate. Just give me chocolate with chocolate. And people always look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, we don't need chocolate with they all these flavors they put in chocolate
yeah.
with this and chocolate. I'm like, no. Chocolate does not need a sidekick.
I hear
Just
you. It's
give
good
me my
enough.
chocolate. It
It's
is.
good enough.
That's
Yeah.
why when I'm in Belgium or parts of Germany sometimes or
Man.
Switzerland, oh yeah,
Yep. Oh
you
yeah.
know,
I experienced that. I was like,
you
oh, this is so good.
and you try to explain it to people.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. I mean, you have to taste it.
You
It
have
is
to.
it is
Yeah.
different. It is a good different. It's a good different.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh
Right,
yeah.
right on. So let me ask you so what instruments do you play? I wanted to know that myself.
So I started on piano for about 6 months, and my mom dragged me to piano lessons because I just didn't like the teacher. I'd like be sitting there playing, and she'd like hit my hand. So I quit that
Oh,
after 6 months,
old school.
and I was just like, I'm out. This is not cool. I'm not into getting hit. So then I picked up saxophone, and then played that for several years as part of playing saxophone and studying with this great guy Chris Fadala at the University of Maryland. He was like Chuck Mangione's sax player for like 20 years, among other things. But he's like, you got to double. So you got to learn flute and clarinet as well. Sometimes you got to learn oboe and bassoon, but I didn't go that direction. So flute, clarinet, saxophone. I've picked up guitar along the way, some keyboard. I've come back to the keyboards, and then like I like playing bass and drums for fun these days. So I think that's pretty well everything.
Can you stop, please? Just play saxophone. It's hard enough. Lord, Jesus. Overachieve much?
No,
Overachieve
no, I
much?
don't play them well. I don't play them well enough. It's just something
Right.
else to write on, you know?
Right. And then she shows
That's
up playing
really it.
full 10-finger chords, the entire bass is played on the foot pedals of the B3 or something. You know what? I don't know. What is my saying? I don't know you, but I know your kind. Yeah, I know you, but I know your kind. That's what he used to say. It's like, I don't know you, but I know your kind.
Yeah.
Right
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Question of the day, y'all. Have your internal clock? I can't even talk. Have your internal clocks been reset, or are you still all over the place with your sleep and everything else, like I am right now? All right, Vanessa, I want to play another video, and
Okay.
and we're gonna move this right on, and then I'm gonna pull myself off the screen, and you set up the video when I put it up there. How about that?
Oh boy, yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna go with this one right here. Let's see if it's gonna load.
All right. So I believe this one is I Can't Stand the Rain, and this was at 9 Wallace up in Mass. It's got Laura Chavez on it, which is awesome. She's been on my last 3 records, and I just love making records with her. So, and playing live. And this is one of the rare opportunities that I get to play with her live. So this is I Can't Stand the Rain, my version.
Mojo Vision. We're all on Mojo Vision.
I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Hey, window, do you remember how sweet it used to be? And when we were together, everything was so grand, yes. But now that we parted, it's just a one sound that I just can't stand. I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain. No, no, I can't stand the rain. Cause ain't not hell with me, no. Alone with the pillow where his head used to lay. I know you got some sweet memories So I say, hey, rain. I say, get off my window pane.
Right on.
Yes, Lord, Charlie, guitar.
Thank you, man.
Right on. I'm trying to think if we've ever got a chance to actually share it in festivals together.
I don't think so yet.
No, I can't believe that, which is kind of
Just
crazy.
the Blues Cruise, yeah.
Oh yeah, all the Blues Cruise. Woo! Yeah, I try to remember everything. Hey, let me get this shouts out. Christina Beer out there in Vancouver, Canada. We love you, Barbara Ryan. You sexy mother son of us. Barbara. You know how you know the 36, 24, 44 Barbara. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Big Red out in Milwaukee. Big Red. I love you. Appreciate you so much. There's so many people here, and again, I apologize for being a little late. Eric Sessman, of course, the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain there. Frederick Lawson down in San Diego, bass player extraordinaire. I saw that you was playing with my buddy Laura Chavez. Laura and I go back to the days. I lived in the San Diego area for like almost 30 years, and back when I had like the top funk band, her and Candy Kane were doing the blues thing, and we always run across each other's paths, whether it be the Belly Up or something. Anyway, it was always funny. And then when I came over to the quote unquote blues world, I knew Laura has been an extraordinary musician just because she was in the scene in San Diego, And a lot of times, I knew the name and I knew of her and whatnot. I had never got a chance to really see her until I came over to the blues world. And Laura's good people and a hell of a player and pro. And I like her a lot. I like her style of play a lot. Of course, I like a lot of people. I've tried over the years to play with. Sorry, remember I told you I'm looking up at the video. I've tried many years to play with as many. My goal has been like my goal was always when I came in here and once I went solo was to try to play with as many people as I possibly can. I mean, to that end, I think I'm on something like 35 or 40 albums. I can't even begin to remember all. It's a little difficult now being under, management and record deals because I had been independent for 20 some odd years. It's only
Okay.
right when the COVID hit, or right before the COVID hit, I was with Intrepid. That first time I'd ever used a booking agency, and now with the new booking agency, new management. So this is the first time in my career that I've done this, and it was only because Pam got sick. My wife Pam did it all for me. She was my booking agent, my travel agent, my tour manager, my blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So it's really different now, and they're doing a great job, including Eric Sassaman, my new media guy. Not new. I had 2 media companies there, and Eric is the only one on the payroll now. That dirty, low down, complaining about 80-degree weather in Portland. I mean Seattle. Yeah, Seattle, like, oh, it's hot. It was 80 degrees. I'm like, Negro, please. 106. I made him. I drug him to Pittsburgh in the RV. I took the RV to Pittsburgh. I flew half of the band. Actually, I flew 3/4 of the band. And Drake and I, my MD, we decided we'd drive. There was a mix-up. We went in to replace Shamika, who couldn't make it. So that was great because it was the first time, other than virtual, that the band had played in 15 months.
Oh yeah.
And it still wasn't a whole band. I haven't played with my guys in. I haven't played with my guys. My horn section is out of London. My main horn section. I haven't played with them since we did the Blues Cruise.
Oh man, yeah. So the January cruise.
Yeah, with the one that we was on. I think it was the last one we was on together.
The
last one I was on anyway. Yeah. That was the last time I've actually physically seen or played with my horns. Aaron Litter and John Straw. Yeah, it's been crazy. How's it been for you? How you been holding and keeping yourself without going like crazy?
Crazy. Well, I can't say that I didn't go a little crazy. I ended up adopting 2 dogs, and
I just saw one of the puppies.
Yeah, she snuck in here. She got the gate open. And then
like Otis.
Yep. That's what they do. They want to get somewhere. They get somewhere. But yeah, I started working on the farm, and then thankfully, we got offered.
Don't just be glazing over that, because I grew up in the country. I grew up on the farm. Did you just say you started working on the farm?
I did. I started volunteering. It's always been something I've been curious about, and with the climate change and all that, kind of learning about our soil and whatnot, it's become very important to me. And so there's an organic, right? That's what it is. Have you heard of this guy, the Gangster Gardener?
I have not, but I'm digging the name.
Man, you would love him. You would love him. He started, I forget what part of LA he's in, but he started planting fruits, veggies on the little.
The guy that was out, not Watts. He started, I think, in Inglewood area. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
So getting interested in that stuff, and then I found out my mom started getting a CSA share from this farm, and it's an all organic farm run by two women mainly. And I was like, oh, well, I got enough time on my hands. I need something to do, and I love being outside and in nature. So I asked them if they needed help, and they were like, yeah, sure, always. So I started pulling weeds and packing shares, and then slowly kind of got to harvest some stuff. And I'm back at it this year as of 4 weeks ago, helping to plant things.
Of course, they want to start pulling weeds because nobody wants to.
Well, of course, it's the safest thing you can do.
It's organic. You're not gonna hurt anything. That's just life.
No,
nobody else supposed to pull the weeds. We get somebody to do it. Come in and pull the weeds.
Absolutely.
I grew up. Like I said, my upbringing is really weird because I grew up in Oak Cliff, but also grew up in Tyler. And in Tyler, my family has always been from Tyler, Noonday, Palestine area, and we've always had farms. So I've always grown up, understanding exactly where chicken come from, exactly where pigs and cows come from, and Big Papa always had a smokehouse, and Big Mama taught me to cook from little age, and I've always done that, and even in Southern California, for about 5 or 6 years, I had 6 acres of avocado. I had an avocado ranch for 6 years.
Oh man, yes.
To Costco and all these other places, and so I love the ranch and try to get in whatever I can. It got too busy over the last 20 years because my career kind of took off.
Yeah.
But I am the urban cowboy, if you want to call it that. I
love
country
it.
And I'm city at the same time. But
I love it.
I love it. Horse riding, cow throwing, country Negro. And when I first came to California, they used to make fun of me because I talked so slow. And I talk now fast because when I get, I spent 10 years in the Marines, and all the cats that I was in the Corps with, all the cats who surrounded me were all from the East Coast. They're all from like Money Area, Mount Vernon. They're all from like DC. They was from New York. You know, and they'd be like, man, you talk so slow. You know, I had that real Texas Southern drawl.
The good thing. Yeah.
I thought so. But I worked on it so hard because out in California and then started touring the world, I really stood out.
Yeah,
and when you're young, and so I wanted to blend in like everyone else. And now I talk fast like this.
Yeah.
Except when I go home.
Oh, really? Slow down.
It automatically. And my wife and my
hilarious.
son and people laugh at me because the words change. And they're like,
yeah.
What the? I'm like, I don't even think about it.
I get
just
that.
automatic. Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. So
farming,
I feel that.
Farming, 2 dogs. What are the dogs' names?
Dakota and Jazz. They're both Catahoulas, which I had never heard of before.
Yes. Yeah.
But because whatever. But it's a dog that's native to Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they're both crazy. They love to run. They're like usually the fastest dogs at the dog park. So I just, got to run them out about an hour every day kind of thing. And then we're good. They're cuddly. Yeah. So then they want to crawl in bed and just snuggle.
they make good coon dogs. They make good jackrabbit dogs.
Yeah.
I'm from East Texas, so I know about
okay,
that. Yeah.
So Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. Look at you, man. I did not even know all this stuff. Huh? It's good to know all this. Beth Collier of America, Gangster Gardner favorite quote: "Stop talking and start doing. Let's plant some shit." Okay.
Absolutely. That's what he says.
Did you put that up? No, your mom put that up. Beth,
my mom put that
yourself,
up.
Girl.
See, she grew up in Texas too. So
really?
Oh yeah.
I thought y'all were East Coast girls.
No, I mean she was born in the Pittsburgh.
East Coast women.
Yeah, she was born in the Pittsburgh area, just outside of Pittsburgh. That's where most of my family is from. But my grandma moved her down to Texas, and then I was born in Texas. So we got some roots there. Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that, man. Texas is a great country. I mean, great state. We do have some problems.
Oh yeah,
but most of the people in Texas are salted earth, which is just so weird when you see some of the stuff they have nationally. Is like, but the people that I know are not like that.
Yeah.
Also, I tell people all the time, Texas is a big place.
It is a big place.
You get a little bit. You get a little bit of everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which makes the world go round. I don't talk politics and I don't talk religion. I always tell people, like,
I hear you.
My politics is that we would just take the civility and the time to listen to one another. We're not going to agree. We're not always going to agree. Anyone
and that's okay.
They're going to go ahead and make everybody agree is full of crap.
Yeah.
Mother Teresa passed a long time ago. But we can have the civility to listen to one another's argument. That's my politics. As far as I go with that. Right on.
I'm with you.
We say, let's see, we got people talking to you here. Vanessa, saw you in Basel. So, you over there with my buddy Patrick. Were you with Patrick?
Oh yeah.
And Andre. Love those guys, man. I've known Patrick for 10, 11 years now.
Okay.
Like yeah. Patrick, crazy Patrick. Met Patrick through Randy Sharkoff. I also want to give a shout out to a former musician friend of mine I played with many years in the old funk band Urban Gypsies, Miss Monette Marino, her husband and also a friend of mine, considered the #1 hand drum in the world, Mr. Mamadi Kintu out of Africa, passed away a couple of days ago. So I know that you guys had a child together. And Mo, I love you. Pam and I are sending love to you, and power and prayers, and may Mamadi rest in peace. Hell of a percussionist. I've had 2 great percussionists, and they've both been out of Africa, Mamadi and Bostos Moinho. And give a shout out to all my friends down in Brazil. Obrigado. Thank you very much for coming up. We got people from all over. If I don't mention your name, y'all, I'm sorry. Sugar is running behind, but I'm going to try to get as much as I can in. Rebecca Lipton, how you doing? Bob Mosher, none but love. Bob said he's seen you all over the place. My friend Chris Candido. I love Chris. Great people. Heidi Lowe. Heidi, what's going on, Heidi? How you doing, girl? You still in San Diego? I ain't seen you in a minute. You know how we like it, Heidi. 3624 Cadillac. Cherry Johnson, Cherry. We pray for Greg Slim Lively Johnson, who's always been a good friend to me. and we're sending prayers for y'all that don't know. Greg had cancer, and then he had a major stroke, and he's on his he's fighting right now, both tooth and nails, hand and feet, to get back to where he was. Let's keep praying for all our friends that have been sick and not doing so good. See, that's usually me right there. But see, I closed the Suga Shack door so Otis can't get in. Billy don't care. Otis, like, what are you doing behind that door that I can't see? I got to go here.
Yep.
Okay, let me shut up. Let me get in another video. I'm gonna give you another video, and then I'm gonna pull me off the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, today my guest is Vanessa Collier. The question of the day is: have your eternal or internal? I'm having a hard time saying that. Has your internal clock reset during this COVID? And are you one of those people that are gonna go back to the office, or have you understand that in today's world, working from home is sometimes more proficient and better for you and your family? Are you gonna go back to the office, or are you gonna stay at home? Check this out, y'all. Let me get myself off the screen. And
All right. So this one is from the Briggs Farm Festival in Nescopec, PA. It's very close to me. It's become my home festival. And this was actually my CD release show. We're going to play it here in 2 weeks on July 9th. So, if you feel like making the drive, do it. But this one is a song I wrote called Whiskey and Women.
The hardest win in the business. A clear favorite last year. They're here to do it again. Let's give a welcome to Vanessa Collier Band.
Everybody's talking about their whiskey, complaining about the lemon. I don't like either one. I like a good loving man, making lemonade, over from milk to the way in the hot summer sun. I wanna live a life without complaining, living richer than a millionaire. I like hot air, busting in the whip, should be locked up in a virgin air. Well, this ain't your evil when you're with me. Oh, but you're jealous when we're apart. I'm always foot stomping mad when I'm with you, 'cause you're always making things so gosh darn hard. I wanna live a life without complaining. Yes, I'm bound in the tunnel this unknown. I've got enough sense and I should let you know. Yeah, come on, Spot. Alright, now gentlemen, I need y'all to sit and simmer on that one for me, alright? Oh, and ladies, if you in the house and you ever had a man do you wrong, well, this is what you should have said. I got 2 tears to share for your honey, one for each nice thing you ever done. For as much as I've had to pay for your love, I'm gonna call that toll-free number, request a refund. I can't stand your constant crying while I'm weeping, burn me down all the time. And
What made you decide to come over to the blues world?
Honestly, I was touring with Joe Louis Walker my last year of college,
You
and
still with
like
Joe? Yeah.
I toured
I
with
know.
Joe for about a year and a half, and it was my first foray into this world, and I was like, oh, I just love what I mean, I love what he does. So I didn't realize, at the time, he doesn't always play straight up the middle. I was just like, oh, I love it. He does the gospel thing, he does the rock thing, he does the blues thing, he even does a little jazz, kind of funk, all that. And I was like, oh, this is me. I had spent 4 years in college kind of like, I don't really like I thought I was going to be a jazz saxophonist. And then I realized I just don't like it as much. It doesn't bring me as much joy to play, So when I started playing with Joe, I was like, this is my home, And so toured with him for about a year and a half, and then was like, it was time to do my own thing kind of thing. And then I just decided to write. I wrote 5 songs and put them on a record, 5 of the 9 on my first record, put it out. And I was like, I want to get into this world. So that's kind of what kicked it off for me. And I haven't turned around since.
Ain't turned around yet. That's what we always say. Ain't turned around yet.
Absolutely.
I've had a few close calls,
Yeah.
but I ain't turned around yet. I know that I can dig it. Right on.
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Louis. I remember, I'm trying to think when I met Joe. Way back, he used to come to San Diego all the time when he was still living.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still lives in San
In
Francisco.
Oakland.
Yeah. But he used to come down
Yeah.
to San Diego all the time. And I was playing both San Diego and San Francisco a lot at that time. And he used to hang out with this buddy of mine named Chill Boy, unbelievable guitarist in San Diego. He only has 3 fingers on one hand, but
Wow.
he plays the guitar like this. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
And his name is Chill Boy. And Chill Boy and Joe and Ike Turner all used to hang out. And so they would come to our shows. And since I knew Chill Boy, so I don't even know if Joe even remembered this. This is kind of back in the day when things was kind of wild, but he used to call me Country Boy. He could never remember my name. He just called me Country Boy. Come over here and sing with me. Country Boy, Country Boy. I'm like, man, who you call a country boy? You sound more country than I am, but yeah. I mean, it's amazing. It's sort of what happened to me. I used to have my own night at the Belly Up, and Elder James used to come in all the time, and I had quit music, and then when I came back to it, I went to the soul funk thing because those cats, I knew those cats, and we were big corporate band and all that. We was having fun, but I wanted more, and then I messed around and heard some really good blues, Running Lane and Texas Twisters, and that was it. And I was like, this is just like the feeling I used to get when I did gospel. So I gotta get me some of this. I gotta get in when I fit in. I'm gonna make some space, I wasn't quite as big as I am now, body wise, but I was like, y'all gotta make some space because I need to give me a little taste. I need a little taste, just a little bit. Jennifer Noble, my girl Jennifer Noble. I love you, Jennifer, from Chicago to London. Jennifer says she loves your trombone shorty t-shirt. Right on.
Oh yeah, thank you. I got this at the Belly Up. I saw him when I was visiting Laura Chavez, and she had tickets, and I was like, "This is one of the best shows I've ever seen." He was killing.
The Belly Up is a special.
I
place.
love that venue. Oh my God, that was the first time I was there. I was like, I would fly halfway across the country to get that.
We used to be like we had our own night, but we used to be like one of the back in the day. We were like one of the top main opening bands. So I got a chance to open except for Etta. I played with Etta several times. Dennis Quaid, the band Venice, Parliament one night. We opened for Parliament. That was just I won't even tell you about that. I want you to look at me different. But that was a crazy night. Hanging out with George Clinton and Bernie Worrell and those guys backstage.
Oh, I bet.
Because the backstage of the Belly Up is tiny, and it's it was like, I was like, my eyes were like, I don't think my eyes have gone back to regular size yet. Some of the things I heard and saw. So I was just like, oh, okay, all right, let's write that down, okay. But the Belly Up. If you ever anybody in the San Diego area, if you ever in the San Diego area, it's right there in Solana Beach. Just stop and ask anybody, where is the Belly Up Tavern? And then at one point, there were 3 of them. They were doing really good. They had opened one in Denver, and I think they had opened one up in Oakland area, I want to say.
Wow. But I didn't know there was more than one.
Yeah, because the original partner, there was only one original partner left. I mean, the Belly Up has been around. Well, the whole reason why it's called the Belly Up, these guys opened like back in the 70s. and everyone told them that they were crazy to open a club and that you're going to go belly up. You're going to go belly up. So they named the club the Belly Up.
Yeah. Oh man, that's an awesome
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but I know that at one point they did expand out. And there were a few big venues.
Okay.
So
Okay.
tell us about your new release.
Yeah, so last August, I had this one. We had recorded it in the studio January 2020 up in Camden, Maine, at the studio that I love. I've done my last 2 records there. And it was kind of like, I came off the road. We were supposed to be on a Midwest run, came off the road, and I had all this time to work on it. So, of course, I produced it myself, like I've done the last couple, like all of my records. Produced it myself. Wrote all these horn parts on it. So I played soprano, alto, tenor, bari saxes, and then got friends like Doug Wolverton, who I know you know, to play some trumpet, and a friend of mine, Quinn Carson, to play trombone on it. Then I just stacked some vocals, and did the vocals from home, and then was kind of sitting on it, and it was supposed to be released.
You're making me sick now.
Oh.
You're producing the album.
I'm just explaining
engineering
the process.
album, stacking vocals and crowd. What the hell? How old
Come
are you?
on, man. You
Listen, you ain't
from the
40 yet. Don't be
gospel
trying to do all that. Come on, damn. All right, go ahead. Finish the story. Go ahead.
But I sat on it. I was going to release it in May. And then, of course, I thought we were going to be off the road for like 2 weeks and then good. So, I was planning to release it still in May. And then I sat on it and sat on it and sat on it. And then it was just, for me, I love this record so much. It is exactly what I wanted to do with this record. It's exactly what I heard in my head. I did it start to finish the way I wanted to. And it's perfect to me. And you know how hard it is as an artist to say, like, I love this record,
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm just going to release it. And I crowdfunded it, had 239 people support my crowdfunding effort for about $25,000. Made the record.
Yeah,
people are amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be making records, honestly. So
no, I can dig
it's
it.
a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, I released it August of last year, and then was able to do some duo shows with Arthur Nielsen as a record release. And then that's pretty much it until recently. We've been able to get together and do full band stuff. So it's been.
So how many shows have you played with the full band so far?
5.
Oh, that's not bad. You better than me.
It's not bad.
I did that one in Pittsburgh. I mean, it's a little tough. I mean, I got a 7-piece band and guys come from all over, but still, it's like. And now I think I have 2 more shows, and I was just told that all my European stuff had already moved to 2022. But we thought that we might set up a full tour and go for the whole month of November. But the last few weeks, all of Europe has gotten shaky again. So we were just like, well, we just can't chance it. Just can't.
I hear you. It's a crazy world. It's been a crazy 16 months or whatever.
It really has. For me, it was actually good. Like I said, I was mentally and physically burnt.
Yeah.
And then with my wife having the cancer, I needed to be here, which was actually a blessing in disguise. And I'm sorry for all those folks that lost people and everything, but for me, it was actually good. I literally needed to be here, and Eric's backstage being quiet, but he can tell you that I was a nervous wreck for the show in Pittsburgh, and I didn't go as the full band. I only went as the 5-piece and no rehearsals and no nothing. It was a last minute thing. They're like, "You want to do it?" I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it."
Yeah.
And regardless of the money or whatnot, I said we need to just get back on stage and be together. And I just had to do it. So it was fun. But you got 5 under your belt, so that's pretty good. And you got one coming up
in 2 weeks. July 9th.
At your home festival. Yeah, I love those festivals. I have about 4 festivals around the world where I am the mayor or the ambassador. And it's great when you go into places and they just love you, and they literally fly me in sometimes. Not even with the band. I'm not even on the schedule to play. They just want me to be MC and be around. And that is such a great feeling. That love as a musician, that's pretty cool. So you do it all. I'm trying to think that I produced a few of my records, but the one that Southside was the first time that as an artist I realized who I was. Well, not realize who I was. I realized what I wanted to do and had the strength to say, no, it's going to be like this. And so my album Southside is that way. I wrote every song on there. And I was there producing. Like, that's not the sound I'm looking for. So I know that feeling.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is an amazing thing. And I mean, not knocking it. I mean, my last album got nominated for a Grammy. That's
Yeah,
really
it
cool.
did. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. But it's different when I'm singing material that someone's written for me, and
yeah.
I guess that's being pro, but it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
But I am ecstatic that the success that I had that happened. What happened did happen. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this. Matter of fact, this is one of my favorites. The way this whole album came about. I just came off a world tour, and I remember I had been home for Pam let me be home for like 2 or 3 days. And then like the third day I was home, she's like, okay, it's Wednesday. Saturday you have a flight to Italy. I'm like, what? You got to go to Italy and record this album. I'm like, what?
Wow. Yeah.
I landed in Rome with the Italian Raw family. The Italian Raw family, love those guys. Blind Faith Records, Luca Sapio, love you, Luca. Love you guys. Great people. This is one of the songs off of that. I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna shut up and move on from there. The Boom Boom Club in Southwest London. She was on tour with Big Daddy Wilson. Yeah, I love Big Daddy.
I love Big
Scotty
Daddy
Preston.
too. Yeah. Nice.
Good Lord, send me an angel down. I need some help before I drown. My house is full of stinging snakes. They crawl in my bed, crawl in my head. Trouble all the time, trouble in my mind. The road is dark and long. How far can a good man go wrong? Trouble on my mind, trouble all the time. The road is dark and long. How far can a good man go I wish I had my heart in my hand. I'll show you, woman, how to treat a man. I'll show you, woman, how to treat a man. Nobody knows what the future has in store. Trouble all the mind, trouble all the time. The road is dark and long. How can a good man go wrong? Trouble all the time, trouble on my mind. Road is dark and long. How can a good man go wrong? Trouble on my mind, trouble all the time. Road is dark and long. How can a good man go wrong? Trouble on my mind, trouble all the time. The road is dark and long. How can a good man go wrong? Trouble till I'm not. Troubles.
Ooh.
Italian guys.
Woo.
Yeah, I had that was one of my
Yeah.
favorite albums to record. And it's funny because that particular song was a last minute song, as you can tell. We did 12 songs in 3 days, and most of
Yeah.
them were one takes, and you can hear it in my voice that this was at the end of my voice, and I'm like, I'm struggling to hit,
Oh man.
I don't have a lot of octaves. So, what I do have those
Ah.
big wins. So I'm pushing, but you can hear it. And they're like, no, man, we like that hoarseness and that
Yeah,
and
yeah,
your
yeah,
voice
yeah.
cracks in those spots. That's really cool. And I'm just like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm like, you crazy Italians, whatever, man. I can't sing it no more, so this is it. I'm going home.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
so I just love that album. It did real big in Europe, Rolling Stone and all that stuff, and did not chart in the States because by the time we finished, they wanted me to leave my band to front that band, which don't get me wrong, was an amazing band, but I
Yeah.
put in too many years of hard work
Yeah.
to leave my band. But I said I put that up because I love playing with so many different people. There's
Yeah.
I have an amazing hidden album. I call it a hidden album with this guy named Jans Bolin, and it's called JB and the All Stars. And who it is this guy from JB who loved my voice and saw me a bunch of time in Germany, came over, hired the Phantom Blues Band, my buddies, all the guys. I can't even think of it. I'm so tired right now. My brain ain't working. I can't even think of it. Tony Bronigo, Mike Finnegan, my buddy Larry
Yeah.
Fulcher, Schnell,
Yeah.
and all those guys, Lee Schnell.
Yeah.
I've done a few albums with those guys, but we did this full album. A lot of people don't even know it's out there. It's a full album because at the time I was under contract, and the record company did allow it to be released, but they didn't want my name on the front of the album. But
Sure.
it's me singing every
Sure.
song, and it is
Oh,
a
man.
kick butt album. And hope
That's
Eric
awesome.
Sassaman does not kill me for putting that up there and saying that, because I love you, Eric, but sometimes you got to shake your own tree a little bit. Hey, here's Vanessa's tour schedule here, you guys. There's a website. Go check that out. VanessaCollier.com /tour dates. And of course, the Wizard of Oz back there been putting up stuff left and right because that's just the way he is. Yay, Phantom Blues, man. What is this? Did Eric put it up? Let's see. I don't know what that is, Eric, but I'm gonna put that up there. Click, unmute yourself. Tell me what that is, Eric. Oh, it was JB and the Ultratones. Okay, so that's the album on YouTube. You guys can go check it out. It's an underground hidden album because it was not supposed to come out, but it did, and it's great. And I love the songs that's on it. I want to play another one by Vanessa, and then I'm gonna get myself out of the way here in just a moment. And today my guest is the lovely, the talented, really talented. I knew she was talented, but now I really hate her guts. But the lovely, talented Miss Vanessa Collier, ladies and gentlemen. Vanessa, set this one up. Here we go.
All right. Hopefully I know what this was. Oh yeah, Intrepid. So this is Intrepid's 25th anniversary, I want to say, party that happened November right before the shutdown. And yeah, it's a good band. This was one of the few opportunities I've gotten to play with Scott Sutherland. And this was a really, really fun show.
I thought I was gonna try to be there. Me and Eric Gales had playing something out.
Yeah.
But I wound up being overseas at the time. I was in touring
man.
in Europe. They had me in Europe. I thought, Rick, you did this on purpose. You didn't want me
Yeah.
there. You sent me to Europe.
Y'all ready? Damn right, I'm
Please.
ready. I can tell you that. We're getting ready to have a good time up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, with her own style of original blues, her delightful voice, her spirited energy, and award-winning songwriting, our next artist has grabbed audiences and fans wherever she's pressed down on a saxophone key. This well-seasoned Blues All-Stars music is all-consuming and certainly contagious. With life-living lyrics, sexy musical hooks, and fabulous ear-pleasing
You be landing on
melodies,
thick. I love him.
she
Though. I always have.
continues
I love Clee.
to
He's
emit a
amazing.
blues sound that's always bright, new, and unbridled. Ladies and gentlemen, She is a must-see blues artist. Her latest album, Honey Up. Please welcome three-time BMA nominee, Miss Vanessa Collier.
Everybody's talk about the whiskey, complain about the women. I don't like either one.
I saw your puppy coming in to visit.
Oh yeah.
That looked like fun. I was so sad that I missed that, man. I really wanted to be there. It would have been like one of my last few gigs with Intrepid, and
For sure.
everybody had a good time. I really wanted to be there, man. But looked like it was fun though.
Hey,
And
it was a great time.
I actually
But
played a
Europe's
show
fun.
in there. Yeah. Europe is always fun. I mean, it is. I can't remember. I think we were. That was one of them long ones. I think we wound up being in Europe for like 3 months, and now with the new team,
Okay.
I said I won't do that anymore. We've done a lot of those 3-4 months out of the country, or 3-4 months on the road between the United States, Canada, and then travel to Europe. It's too much. It's too hard on the band.
Yeah.
So now we're just gonna do. When I come to Europe, I go over 3 weeks, and then we got to come home.
Yeah.
I've gotten old. Yeah, and I'm just at that point. I'm at that point. Yeah, like they'll keep me there forever. Especially my first foray into playing in Europe was always France. And
Yeah.
so I played France for years before I went anywhere else, and built up a great following there, especially Paris and Bordeaux area. And love it.
Jealous.
So
I'm
what's
jealous.
you'll be fine.
I haven't made it into France yet, but I
You
love
haven't?
French culture. No, I have not. We were
Wow.
supposed to.
And
I think
remember,
there was
it's
something.
It's not France. It's
It's
France.
France. Ouais, bien
Ouais.
sûr.
Oui.
Oui.
Et c'est bon.
C'est bon, c'est très bon. Oui.
C'est bon. Oui. Okay.
Ça
Don't
va,
get me
ça va.
started. Because they're the ones. I used to tour. I don't know how. I would say you're lucky because like when I started, what would happen is Europe. Someone would find you. They love you, but they wouldn't pay for your whole band. So you would have to go over and have a band backing you until your name got big enough, and then it's different when you have an agent. They just put your name. But I started out playing small festivals and clubs with a French band called the Flying Saucers Gumbo Special, out of Bordeaux. And the Relais Festival is one of those festivals where I played 7 years in a row in Bordeaux.
Wow,
I'm
nice.
like, I love them, and they treat me like they just treat me like family. They always have.
Yeah.
And France has been really good for me, but Germany has been really good for me, and now the UK is good. But Norway, Norway was the other place. Have you played Norway a lot? Have you played Norway yet?
No. Mm-mm.
You should tell Rick them they get you on the Dark Season Blues Festival. It's in the North Pole. They hold it.
I keep hearing about it.
Yeah, Svalbard. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. More polar bears than people, but it's a lot of fun.
Hey, it's all good.
Diana Green. I always laugh with Diana because Diana was singing at this little church. Have you heard the story about her singing?
No, I haven't heard this. No.
And the 2 big polar bears looking in through the windows. The church looked like a little McDonald's Happy Meal box, and you had 2 giant polar bears. They were singing the show. And Diana swear that she didn't even see them. Like she just finished the show. I'm like, Diana, you got 2 giant polar bears looking. You didn't even notice. I said she's in it. She's into it.
Yikes.
But
that's awesome.
What's next for you?
So yeah, we start kicking off full band stuff. So again, Briggs Farm is July 9th. And then I'm actually playing like a private duo show at my apartment complex with Laura here coming up at the end of the month. Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm not sure, but it's happening.
It's just when you it's funny because I live both in Phoenix and LA and play a lot in Phoenix. I mean in LA, and you live in Phoenix. The only place I play is over at Bob's place. A couple other places.
Yeah.
I like it living in when I first moved to this town 10 years ago, there was only 15,000 people. Now it's like 90,000 because so many people moving in Arizona.
Yeah.
But I like being where I just put on my sweats. I'm all ashy. I go down to my Sugar shop. I got on flip flops. Don't nobody know who I am. I love it. I just walk around like. But now it's starting to get where a few people starting to know who I am, which is kind of like, I like the anonymity. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. You like to hibernate.
Right. Yeah. So you can just let your hair down and.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm going to be here for too much longer. So.
That's all I was just wondering. It'll be okay. Start playing at home. It changes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can never escape.
Yeah.
And you think you don't want to escape. One day you'll be like, okay, I love people, but can I not see anybody for like 2-3 weeks? I just leave my dogs in my place.
Yep.
And people don't get that. Some people don't get that.
Yeah.
I love to travel, but like I say, even for me, it got to a point where it was just like,
I need to breathe.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Didn't really get the chance because of the COVID and the cancer with Pam. Thank God my
Yeah.
wife is in remission and she's doing really, really good.
I'm glad.
Because she's such a brainiac. She diagnosed herself when nobody else could get it. But that's what
Really?
she does. Yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah. And wound up having this very rare form of cancer and stage 3 by the time she got the doctors to pay attention. But
Man,
we got it in time.
I'm so glad she did.
Yeah, I don't know. You've never met my wife. We've never had a chance to sit down and really, really talk. But yeah,
No.
Pam, aka Superwoman. That woman.
I love her already.
When people come into my life, they always like management and all this stuff. And they're like, well, who used to do this? I say Pam. And they're like, well, who used to Pam? Well, who? Pam.
She did it all.
Pam. She did it all and ran a hospital. I said, my job is to go out and smile and sing and shake what my mama gave me. She handled everything, which made my life easy. So kudos to Pam. I love you, babe. If you're out there listening, she probably not paying attention. She probably checking the eyelids for holes. But you got Beth, and Beth seemed like the same type of gal. I can say that.
100%.
She's probably younger than I am, but the same type of gal. So damn, I'm getting old. Eric backstage just laughing. He just shaking his head like, yeah, dang, getting old, man. Hey, old warhorse.
No, not the way I've seen you perform. No, man.
Oh no, I got energy. I got energy.
I know.
Hopefully that never dies, but I'm an old warhorse.
No, I don't believe it. I don't buy
it. Oh yeah. How old are you? They say you never ask a woman. Let me ask you, how old are you?
Yeah, how dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
If you don't want to tell them, you don't have to tell.
I turned 30 in November.
Okay, my son is 28.
Okay, yeah.
I got 8 grandchildren.
You still got a son younger than me, so
I got 8 grandchildren. Well, I only have the one son. I mean, my stepsons are 41. They're 40. Stepson daughters 42. I think they're 43, 41. No, they're 44, 42, 40. Yeah.
Okay.
And 8 grandkids. I was with them yesterday also. So,
yeah.
Yeah, we went to the movies for the first time.
Oh, wow.
I had to go sit and see. I had the boys and one of my youngest granddaughters, Caitlin. I had Braden, Caitlin, and Connor. And then Pam took my eldest granddaughter, Isabella. They saw Cruella. I had to sit through Spirit.
Oh, okay.
But it was just good to see them. So
yeah.
Craziness.
That's
Crazy.
awesome.
So you're how many albums do you have to date? May I ask?
4 that I've put out. There's a live record on Rough Records as well, but 4 that I've.
Oh, Thomas Ruff, Thomas Ruff. Did he try to lasso you into the Blues Caravan thing?
Oh, that's how I met Big Daddy Wilson and Cy Cranston. That's what we were doing. Yeah. All right. So, which was great. I mean, it ended up being like 60 some dates overseas. It was nice. I enjoyed, and that's how I started playing with Laura too. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Right on. That's right.
Yeah.
Every opportunity to make something happen. That's how you do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The
look
Blues
for the
Caravan.
positive.
I saw that Mike Zito and somebody, Mike.
Yeah.
And Bernard.
Yeah. Bernard Allison and Allie Venable, I think, was on the last.
And Allie Venable.
That was the last one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure I think that way back when I was still with the Managed Boys. I remember first time I ever saw that Blues Caravan, and it was girls with guitars, and all those young ladies blew up. Samantha Fish, Danielle Nicole. That was Samantha Fish, Danielle Nicole, and Casey Taylor. Taylor. And
nice.
They had a young man playing the drums. I can't remember his names, but they've all done very well for themselves. That's pretty cool.
Good.
So you must have been touring here in the States then.
Then not with the Caravan.
Caravan's always overseas. Yeah, because Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Thomas got the venues lined up. They do a good job. Rough Records.
Yeah. Yep.
I almost signed with them before I signed with 40 Below. I had a few deals on the table, and I was like, man, I was kind of worried.
Great.
Eric is the bomb.
I understand why you signed with them.
It's
a good choice.
It was a strange choice because literally I just came back from overseas touring, and they had asked me to come down to be a judge at the IBC. And so literally I just did 3 months of straight tour and I was exhausted. And I remember Pam and I standing on the corner of the Orpheum Theater. My buddy Del Toro Richardson was inside turning it up, and I was supposed to go in and play with him, but I was literally so tired, like I could barely stand there. And Rick Booth came up and like, hey man, I want to introduce you to this cat. His name is Eric Korn, and he's really interested in he's got a label and blah blah. And I was like, man, I don't want to talk business. I said, listen, I don't talk business. You need to talk to Pam. And so they went off to a corner and talked, and it was funny because, like I said, I had 3 record deals on the table, and I was like, after I had just done that the Taylor Roy Family, that soul album with those guys, and I was like, man, I'm really digging that. I think that's the direction I want to push my blues. I've done enough of the traditional, and I've done enough of the West Coast swing and all this stuff. You always want something different. I said I want to bring the soul back. And I had been talking to Frank Bay and Wee Willie Walker and all those cats. Johnny Rawls, and I had just talked to Otis Taylor a little bit right before he had passed. And I was like, man, I really want to, so everything happens for a reason, right?
Yes, it does.
everything happens for a reason.
Even if you don't know it at the time.
And that's usually the case. I always tell people, luck. They're like, well, Ray, you're lucky. And I say, yes, I am. I always say, yeah, I'm lucky. And then my wife always say, no, I was talent. I say, baby, a lot of people got talent. It's luck. But I always have to explain definition of luck. Luck is preparation and seeing and seizing opportunity. That's luck.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have it right in front of them and don't even realize it. They're thinking 1 peg instead of 5 pegs ahead.
Yep. Absolutely.
So you get that right. You see that.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people who have the talent. I'm like, man, this person should be.
Why
aren't they? But there's always some reason.
Yes.
There's always
something you can't see right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then things you try to overlook for years, and finally just get to a point where you're just like, okay, your problems outweighing your talent. That I can't. Yeah. I got to move on. So.
Yeah. It's sad to see, but it does happen.
It is, but it happens. Yeah. And I'm one of those people. I'm hard-headed because I don't like change. I don't know about you.
I hear you.
I don't like change. When I got something that's working and it's been working really good, and I got all these good, I don't want to. I hate mixing up the apple cart, but sometimes you got to mix up the apple cart or you lose all the apples.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I hear you.
Well, today my guest has been the lovely, talented, and I should turn it around, the talented and lovely Miss Vanessa Collier, ladies and gentlemen. Very talented young woman.
You.
I'm wishing you nothing but love. I can't wait till we do something together.
I can't wait either. I'm down.
I know why you shine as old folks. Joe Lewis older than me. You was with Joe. We got to do something together. We got to do something. I can't believe that we have not played a show together. That's the part I'm not.
I know.
No festivals or nothing. I'm not understanding that.
I'm not either.
I was telling
I don't know.
Yesterday, I was like, Pam, I think what we were talking today. You guys, I'm like, no, I haven't. I say,
no, we haven't. No. Not at all. It's just been the first blues cruise I think I was ever on. It was the first time I saw you, and it was like one of the late night jams. And I was in the horn section with Doug and Mark Earley, and just like
was my horn, my horn
playing. I can't remember, honestly.
I'm thinking about that one time.
I bet.
That might have been when I was at the Managed Boys, or one time I came on with just me and Tommy Castro and Deb Davies.
Yeah.
So my horns weren't with me then. I mean, the last one I did, my band came with me. But yeah, that's when you guys. I walked in there and there was like 13 horns up there, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. It was so good.
Like, what the heck? Oh,
I know.
The bomb. I got to get me some of this right here. Yeah, Danielle Nicole was Danielle there. Yeah. Okay, I remember that year. Okay,
yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, man, that was fun.
That was
very fun. But that's it. So,
people that have not done the cruises, I mean, you guys
missing out.
You're really missing out. You I know it's expensive, but trust me, it's worth it. It's the only place I can ever think of that's I know they're trying it over at the Blues Bender, and that's a good crowd, and that's a good thing too. But the difference is you're on the ship, and so you can't get away, and everybody's together, and everybody's having a good time. And you want to talk about the collaborations. I mean, so many musicians are collabo and things that you'll never see out in the world.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so cool. Or as a musician, that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
I this last
Yep.
time, I was doing something. Me, Tab, and Moore, Kenny Shepherd on the back of the boat smoking Behikes, which is a great cigar, and watching everybody and sitting in together, and it was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Legendary Rhythm Blues Cruises is the best. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Cruises are fun. Patricia Gleason, how you doing, love?
What's up? I just saw her this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
How's she doing? She getting along all right?
Good. Yeah. She seems good.
She needs
Taking
to put all
great
this stuff
photos
out.
as
I saw her.
usual.
She sent me a video hug out there mowing her back 40 in this big tractor mower. I think she fell off of it or something one time. I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, that girl.
Oh,
She
shoot.
wild. She wild. Don't let her fool you like she's a nice old lady. Patricia wild. I love her. She's something else.
She got some sass. I get
She
it.
got some sass.
Got something else.
You got to have it. Well,
You
listen,
got to have it.
I'm way over time. I want to tell you again. First of all, let me apologize for having been late and oversleeping.
No worries.
Thank you for being so kind.
Yeah.
I don't know what your schedule is, but let's schedule you again for like 2 weeks out if possible. If possible.
Sounds good.
If your schedule works, so we can get on time and I'll be on time. I never get like this. I may have been 5 minutes late before, but I've never. I'm pro. I was just.
It's all good.
Just sit there and my phone is in the living room. I left everything in the living room because after the windshield guy came this morning, because like I said, I stayed up for the windshield guy because it was already 5 something when I was going to go to bed. And then I was like, oh, the windshield guy coming between 7 and 11. If I go to sleep, I'm not going to hear him. He got here at 6:50. He couldn't do anything. They scheduled another appointment for tomorrow at the same time.
Yeah.
And then I said, I watched a little television. I said, oh, I'm going to lay down. 10:15. No Suga Shack, not even in my head. And my Apple Watch was going off. My phone, computer, everything's in the house. My Apple Watch is by the bed. And I don't usually hear my Apple Watch making noise. And I guess it was Eric calling me or something. And I was like, what is that noise? I can't believe I woke up and even heard it. Like,
Yeah. When you get that good sleep, man, it's hard. You don't hear anything.
Well, lucky I didn't take an Ambien or something. I really would not have been here. I would have been groveling on the floor like, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. And that's after you spent all the time with me setting it up for yesterday. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this is not like regular interviews. This is just green room stuff and us talking and having fun and just hanging.
I love it.
That's cool. Since I don't get to hang with you, I didn't get to hang with you in person. This way I get to hang with you.
COVID bringing us together.
You tell Laura Sugar said hello and tell her I said
do.
thank you for that BMI thing. There's a video of me and her playing together for the Blues Music International, I think it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the question of the day was, has your internal clock gone back to regular time or are you still on crazy time like the rest of us? I don't even call it what. Good Lord, Eric, what is that? Okay, I'm gonna try to put this up. What is this? All Vanessa?
That's all you.
Oh, this is all me.
That's all you.
Okay, they know.
It's all your places.
They know who I. They know who I is. There we go. There we go. There's Vanessa's info, you guys. Vanessa Collier. Check out https www.vanessacollier.com and you can do / tour dates on there and check out her tour dates. Do you want to give out your other socials or are you keeping all those private?
Oh, no. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm V_Ness_Sacks. I made it super easy. I can't remember. I think it's music.Vanessa Collier on Facebook. But if you just search me, I pop up. It's a photo of me sitting there it's a Jeff Fasano's photo. Oh, so right. He takes some great photos. But yeah, you'll find me. I think I'm the only saxophonist. So
I just did a photo shoot Sunday.
Yeah. Was
it Sunday? Friday. Yeah, Friday I drove
hard to tell what day.
Yeah, but for me, it's
one of those days passed.
Friday I drove to LA and did a photo shoot for the new album. So we're gonna be getting those pictures put out, Beautiful. I guess soon.
Good luck with that. That'll be
fun.
You
too. Hopefully, I mean, it's slowly opening up now, but hopefully by this time next year, we'll be back out there doing what we have been put on this planet to do.
Amen. Yeah.
And, I'm ready to do it now. You know, I like I said, needed the break. The break was good, but
yeah.
it's time to get back at it. I keep looking up there. I'm sorry. Like I
It's
said,
all good. It's all
right
good.
there,
I do
you're
the
like
same thing.
you're sitting right across from me on the big screen. It's like I'm talking to a real person. I'm trying.
Yep.
I did better today. I actually looked at the screen.
Yeah, it's all good.
That Patricia Gleason said, "I would love to see you guys perform too." Yeah, I think we. What I'm about to do is I'm about to find
Still
one of these
happy.
festivals on, then I'm gonna just have to crash your stage. That's wrong. 'Cause old school, you stand off to the side and wait and see if they call you up. That's what you do. I won't crash your stage. I'm old school. I have more etiquette than that. But I will stand off the side, look like the puppy, like.
Hello, I'm here.
I'm trying to think.
I love it.
Last person did that to me. Bernard Purdy. Yeah, Bernard.
Oh man, that's
Norway.
amazing.
Next
love
thing I
him.
know, we playing. I'm like, the drums sound different. I turn around.
Bernard Birdie on the drum.
Would you sneak in here, man? Yo,
Oh, I love it.
he good people. Him and Cecilia, good people. I love them both. They're
That's
dear
awesome.
friends. They're just salt of the earth. Do you know
Oh,
Bernard
man.
and Cecilia?
I don't. I just am a huge fangirl because I just love his playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bass player was losing his mind.
Oh, I'm sure. Like I'm good to play with Bernard Birdie.
He actually had tears in his eyes, and I was just like,
Oh, I believe it. I
was
would
just like,
too.
okay, dude, really? Come on, man.
Come on, it's the Purdy Shuffle guy. Come
I know,
on.
but I see everybody as just people. That's me.
Absolutely.
He's him, and I've had luxury of having to get to play with some great drummers. Him and Mr. Gatson and Alvino Bennett, and of course my own drummer Lavelle, who's been
Oh,
with me
yeah.
for a long time. Lavelle's a monster. But Lavelle may be moving on also because he wound up getting a day job during the COVID, and it's doing real well for him. So we'll see if he stays in the band. But I want him to stay, but I also want him to be happy. You know how that is.
Yeah.
He's a good
Yep.
cat. One of them cats that
do.
give you shirt off his back. All right, Vanessa, I'm just rambling now.
No,
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And I am
thank
sorry.
you.
Beth, I'm better than this. I'll get it right next time. Don't hold this against
Love
a
it.
brother. I am better
Love
than this. I am better. But that's pretty good for like jumping up and running out here with I got on a shirt, but I ain't gonna stand up. That's why I turned the camera when I walk away. I'm not gonna be like that congressman. Wasn't there a congressman like a couple weeks ago that was on like a Congress call? He was a congressman, and he stood up and he had on like these heart-shaped boxers or something.
Yikes.
And belly was hanging out the bottom. It's like,
Yikes.
what the heck? It's like,
Yikes.
oh, good Lord. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that, baby. I love you. See, Beth understands. She understands. I haven't even had my coffee. Y'all be good. As always, this is Sugaray Raver. And for God's sakes, please be good to one another and yourself. Peace, y'all. I'm going to leave you with this one.
Now you people at home, get up out them chairs. I know you're at work. Get your co-workers to move with you. Let's see, booty's wiggling and everything else jiggling, baby. We're going to take it back to 1972. Come on, fellas.